So guys, you probably heard that Doom Eternal had a bit of a reveal trailer for Doom Eternal at QuakeCon. And look, at the end of the day, I watched the first minute of it, went, yep, buying this, definitely, and then got sidetracked. So I haven't seen the whole trailer yet. But apparently, the social justice warriors have a bit of an issue with Doom. You can't write this stuff. You really can't. Look, as some of you know, I do a political channel. Obviously featured on the sidebar if you want to go and check that out. I do try and keep them separate, but sometimes we do have to do crossover, and sometimes it's just funny laughing at the social justice warriors. But let's jump into it. So you're probably wondering, why are they complaining? Why are they upset? Well, apparently it's because Doom, as the reveal trailer, had a little bit of a dig at the social justice warriors. And it was actually quite funny, actually, but let's keep going. So, during the gameplay trail reveal of Doom Eternal at this year's QuakeCon in Grapevine, Texas, the Gaylord Texan Restaurant, Resort and Convention Center, there was a comment during the demonstration about demons being mortally challenged, and that didn't set too well with Justice Warriors. The 25-minute reveal, holy dooly, it went for 25 minutes, that's insane, can be viewed below, and obviously I will check that out, the full-length thing. I only saw the first few minutes of it. Running on the ID's Tech 7 and featured the ability to render geometrical verticals at 10 times the rate of ID Tech 6 at 60 frames a second without a drop. There are a couple of gender-fluid Twitter users who likely removed she from their pronouns list after watching that video. The comments about the demons, however, made by a blue hologram that looks very similar to Cortana from Halo. Throughout the demonstration, she mentioned a number of comments that the social justice warriors construed it as anti-social justice, such as, "My brothers and sisters, let us help to make our friends transition into the world a comfortable one."
My brothers and sisters, let's help to make our friends transition into their new world a comfortable one.
Remember, demons can be an offensive term. Refer to them as mortally challenged.
Remember, demon can be an offensive term. Refer to them as mortally challenged.
And Earth is a melting pot of the universe.
Earth is the melting pot of the universe.
Oh, and by the way, they also missed this one too, which is from earlier on.
Please remain calm. You may notice a slight change in the environment. Fear not. It's all part of the plan.
I love ID software sometimes, I really do. These comments from the UAC hologram used as a reverse propaganda tool to keep humans from being terrified of the demonic invasion. Social justice warriors took offense to this, claiming that the racist anti-immigration and gross and anti-SJW dog whistle. Funny Junk had a collage of tweets from the perceivably outraged Federatorians working on the lattice of cultural Marxism under the cleanser democratic of the intersexual inquisition. Holy shit, that's a mouthful. So, some of the actual posts, and these are real tweets by the way, not sure what to think of Doom Eternal having not one, but two anti-SJW jokes in it. What happened to leaning into the Nazi punching and alike? Doom and Wolfenstein 2 seem pretty self-aware of subtext, so I have trouble reading this trailer. Is anything but a dog whistle. Doom can be an offensive term. They prefer to be called mortally challenged. What is with this game, devs and bad jokes? I don't think it's a bad joke. I think it's kind of funny actually, but anyway. Like, that's not funny, it's just irritatingly out of touch. No, it's actually not. It is actually in touch with how generally people are feeling, but let's keep going. Demons can be an offensive term, says a UAC voice in Doom Eternal. I hate that. Twitter users Mombat also rolled out some screen captures of more perpetually offended people who were angry about the tongue-in-cheek comment made by the hologram in Doom Eternal demonstration. ID Software made a joke at the expense of easily offended people. Guess what happened next? Oh, they got easily offended, I presume. There are others still crowing about the comments on Twitter, terribly distraught at the idea that games can poke fun at a culture without being tools of propaganda like Machine Games' Wolfenstein 2. Didn't expect the team at ID Software to use Doom Eternal to explore themes of immigration, but here we are. So then let me guess, demons are immigrants. Yes, because that doesn't make any sense in the context of the game. Humans were using demonic energy to help solve the energy crisis, and demons invaded once they found that they were doing so. Sounds similar to immigration now. Well, yes, the demons have literally migrated from one realm to another. That's immigration, people. That you're moving from one spot to another. That's anyway. And look, the jokes obviously just keep going on and on and on. It's just the outrage mob is literally just outraged. Who would have thought? Imagine my shock. Some social justice warriors were aware of the effect that social justice warriorism have had on gaming, which have all been negative and caused multiple games to fail, such as Battleborn and Agents of Mayhem, and even resulted in the closure of Boss Key Productions, but still claim they didn't want anti-SJWism to make a comeback through the big budget games like Doom Eternal. Surprisingly, even the social justice warriors recognize that anti-social justice warriors segments are no longer allowed in Western media, that they could think of a game that continued anti-SJW segments until someone pointed out Kingdom Come Deliverance as an example of a developer who didn't kowtow to the social justice warriors' influence. One Twitter user pointed out that everyone calling the satirical nature of the hologram's comments racist and anti-immigration were just projecting. It means that social justice warriors see foreigners as destructive, violent demons, which is quite true too. But look, at the end of the day, okay, so what's my takeaway from this? Okay, I'm glad that Doom Eternal put these in because it shows how easily offended some people are. Do I think that they are poking fun at the social justice warriors? Yes, I think they do. I think they know full well what they are doing. Whether they admit it or not, it's a completely different settlement. But yeah, I believe ID Software and the guys who are developing Doom have realized the social justice warrior aspect and are deliberately poking fun at them. But at the end of the day, do I think they're trying to enter the debate regarding immigration? No. I think that someone at ID Software thought this is funny, have the blue hologram going through trying to do propaganda while the Doomslayer is basically going around kicking ass and taking names. That's about as far as I got. To be honest, I don't think ID Software wants to get over political. I just think they think this is funny. And this is something that we actually saw when I went up to the Gold Coast. I went up to EB Expo last year, and they actually had someone from Wolfenstein there. Now, they were talking about the new Wolfenstein game that was coming out, and one of the actual presenters from EB Games, actually asked them about Trump and the Nazis. And they turned around and said, no, we did not make this game because Trump won. So while they do obviously understand political climate and whatnot, no, I don't think they want to get political. I think, just like the rest of us, they thought it was funny just to have some social justice warrior-like person standing there going on about how demons are our friend and all this sort of stuff, while the Doomslayer is basically kicking ass. And that's about as far as I think ID Software got. Now, on the other hand, obviously, at the end of the day, if this was a hologram that was spouting anti-Trump tweets, we'd all know the social justice warriors wouldn't have a problem with it, would they? It's funny how, when it's against them, they seem to have a problem, but they don't speak up about the social justice warrior infiltrating games, like, for example, BioWare's new Anthem. Anita Sarkeesian went to Anthem. We can only imagine what she was talking about. And, and all these sort of games that are pushing this whole, multicultural, multi-mixing, melting pot, they don't seem to care about those. Yet when one game, by the way, comes out that I know of, that comes out and says stuff like this, all of a sudden they lose their freaking head. Just goes to show, doesn't it? But I don't know, guys. Let me know your thoughts are in the comment section below. Do you think ID Software put this in because it was funny? Do you think ID Software put this in because they're trying to do propaganda? Or do you think ID Software had no idea and just put it in there because they've heard people spout these lines and they thought it'd be funny? I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great night and enjoy.